Herkese selamlar. Bugün biraz farklı bir Ace of Creation içeriğiyle karşınızdayım. Eğer yabancı yayıncıları takip ediyorsanız muhtemelen duymuşsunuzdur. Geçtiğimiz hafta yaklaşık 4 yıldır Ace of Creation içeriği üreten Narc isimli bir içerik üreticisi bu benim son Ace of Creation videom olacak adı altında bir video paylaştı. Videoda Intrepid Studios'un yani Ace of Creation'ın yapımcı stüdyosunun $250 paketi kaldıracaklarını söyleyerek FOMO oluşturduğunu, Alpha 2'nin başında olacağını söyledikleri Dynamic Server Meshing sisteminin oyunda olmadığını, geliştiricilerin iletişim şekillerinin yanlış olduğunu ve düpedüz yalan söylediklerini iddia etti. Videoda en çok dikkat çeken kısım ise ki dramanın çıkış noktası aslında burası, oyundaki çöl bölgesiyle alakalı. Narc'a göre geliştiricilerin kendi gösterdikleri videolardaki çöl bölgesiyle şu an oyunda olan çöl bölgesinin hiçbir alakası yokmuş. Geliştiricilerin gösterdikleri her şey birer yalan ve bundan 6 yıl sonra belki oyuna geleceği söz verilen konsept videolardan ibaretmiş. İşlerin büyüdüğü kısım ise Asmongold'un bu videoyu yayında izlemesinden sonra oldu. Asmon videoyu yorumladıktan sonra oyunun yapımcısı Steven Sharif kendi kişisel YouTube kanalında bir video yayınlayıp Asmongold'un yorumlamasına bir cevap verdi. Steven'in videosuna geçmeden önce drama ile ilgili olan videoların hepsini açıklama kısmına ekledim. Tüm detaylarıyla izlemek isterseniz açıklamadaki linklerden ilgili videolara ulaşabilirsiniz. Şimdi gelin Steven'ın dediklerine bakalım.
Very unfortunate video about Ashes, and I wanted to take just a moment to go through a couple of the things that he says that I feel are really disingenuous and unfortunately paint a very negative light on myself, on the team, on the project. And I think that it's very intentional what he did in his video. 2 years ago, we had a showcase of our development update, kind of walking through the zone of the desert that was completed, so that players could see what that desert's going to look like, what the zone's going to be like. And in his video, he goes to the edge of the map. Basically, you can see, kind of this area, which is the entrance into the desert. And this desert is supposed to be relatively large. I mean, it's going to go all the way kind of down out here. He purposefully goes out to the edge of the desert in his video without giving any context to the viewers that this whole section of the desert exists, right? This is some 26 square kilometers of desert area that is present within the world. Um, and he doesn't show any of that. Your video, which is going to have 500,000 or a million views, and people are going to walk away from that video and they're going to think, wow, why would they show something that is inaccurate when here is exactly what we showed, right? So I think it's important that people see that, and I think it's important that they understand that this section of the world is here, that we do not show any updates or development that is not real, that is fake. I understand that people have been burned through many other developments that have, shown things that aren't exactly accurate. But that's not the case for us. The other thing that I wanted to talk about for just a second um, was that we're 230 plus people that are working on this project, and Ashes of Creation is obviously a very ambitious um, MMORPG that we're trying to create, and it's not always going to be rosy and sunshine in the development process. There are steps that we're going to take forward and there are steps that we're going to take backwards, and that's okay as long as we stick to that transparent aspect of showing our community, showing our core audience what we're working on, and what's up and coming. We're now in this alpha 2 phase where players are capable of participating 5 days a week, although we've been up for the past almost 3 weeks now, in phase 2. And not everything, we have a roadmap, a very clear roadmap of when additional systems and features are going to be included, and we're going to obviously try to stick to that feature roadmap. But there are things that can happen in development that can set you back, and we are open and honest about what those things can be. And it is very unfortunate when, Narc, for the purposes of acquiring, views and or followers and subscribers, wants to take things to a very negative place, because negativity can sell. But instead, he had an opportunity to expand upon what we're doing to kind of educate, people as part of this transparent development process, what it takes to make an MMORPG. And for many years he did that, but over the course of the last year he went to a very negative place, and because of that we didn't engage with him at all, as a content creator. And I think that led to him creating this kind of negative echo chamber, which he became beholden to.
Videodan sonra Asmongold yayında hem Narc hem de Steven'la konuştu. Asmon yayında Narc'a Steven'ın videosunda çölün sadece kumdan ibaret olmadığı gözüküyor. Neden videoda çölün en ucuna gittin diye sordu. Narc ise ben bu videoyu kendi kitleme yönelik hazırladığım için beni izleyen kişiler zaten oranın neresi olduğunu, benim ne kastettiğimi, şu an oyunda neyin olup olmadığını biliyorlar gibisinden bir cevap verdi. Çok uzun olacağı için Narc'ın kısmını buraya eklemedim. Onun kısmını da dinlemek isterseniz açıklamadaki linkten Asmon'un About Age of Creation videosunu izleyebilirsiniz. Şimdi gelin Asmon'la Steven ne konuştu ona bakalım.
Look, it's fair to talk about communication. It's fair to talk about, things that we could have said differently or done differently. But the key takeaway and the problem that I had with the video that was portrayed was the definitive statements that what we've shown in our development updates are not real. And that is absolutely not true. And Narc has zero basis whatsoever to make that statement. And I think the biggest takeaway for anybody that's watching the video, as you had, right, is to look at him showcasing a section of the world that was at the edge of the map, that is in the dunes area, that is incomplete.
So is this part at the edge of the map or not?
Which part?
The part where
Narc showed?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's 100% at the bottom of the map.
So why did he say it wasn't at the edge of the map?
I have no idea. I can log into the game right now with you. If you still have the game downloaded, I can port you to the area in the game, and we can run around together and look at the desert. The video that Narc made has 130,000 views right now.
It does.
And what he made definitively as a statement in that video was that the desert that we showcased 2 years ago is not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I logged into the game and made a video as a response to you that showed all of those assets, all of that terrain, all of that, the cliff sides, the beetle bugs, the scorpions, everything that we showed in the video, even the wisp whelk mount, all of that is in the game. So definitively that was a false statement. And when people walk away from that video, they look at the showcase that he looked at, and then he would switch screens back to the empty dunes, and they didn't see any part of the desert that was in the video, in his video. So they walk away thinking, wait a minute, why did you show this? This isn't real. But that's not true. We are 15 days in to phase 2.
Okay.
And during those 15 days, the studio's been on break the entire time.
Right, because it was Christmas and holidays and everything. Yeah, no doubt.
So there are 5 more months where we have been very clear in all of our development updates that we are going to be continually building the game.
Mm-hmm.
That is part of what alpha is. We have said that. My whole recommendation is chill. Don't follow us. Check in a year, in 2 years, whatever it is. Get an average update every now and then. But the reason I told Narc, and anyone else who was getting their tits in a twist, or excuse me,
it is what it is. Yeah, no, true. Yeah, for sure.
Who were getting their boxers in a bunch because of the development process.
Yeah.
Go take a break. Take a break for your own mental. Let me tell you, developing this game has not been great for my mental health.
Yeah.
It sure is. I would not wish this level of engagement with the community, this level of complexity in the game development. I mean, you got to understand, I started this also 8 years ago without having any experience in development whatsoever, just being a lover of MMOs and wanting to make something that I like. This is specifically priced in part to restrict the number of people who are participating in this alpha because it's not for everybody.
In addition, we have to pay for servers to host at a minimum 1 year's worth of time that our alpha is going to be live.
Mm-hmm.
And that $100 goes to pay for that 1 year's worth of what would normally be a subscription.
Sure.
1 year's worth of what must normally be a subscription. So how much, what does that come out to? And then on top of that, we're giving 1 month subscription with it. And we're also giving access to all the betas. So I get it. People don't want to pay that money. That's fine. We literally tell people, do not buy the alpha. This is not a game. This is not for you. You will lose nothing by not participating in our alpha. Mm-hmm. The game will launch and you cannot pay a box price for it. We don't even have a box price, which is, in my opinion, the best monetization model.
Well, that's the biggest injection. Yeah, of course.
Correct. So anybody that goes out there and says this is a scam, I am telling you that this game that I've sunk $55 million or more into over the course of the last 8 years,
so
myself personally, so far, and will have to put in another 50 probably.
Yeah.
That you should not buy the game, and we have a 90-day refund policy on these $100 alpha keys.
Yeah.
And we do not have a minimum time requirement if people want a refund.
Uh-huh.
If you want a refund and you go in and you play this and you play our alpha and you test our alpha and you test it for 10 hours, 15 hours, we are granting those refunds because we don't want people to be upset about that. So it is total fucking bullshit that the way he represented us and the game in his video. And again, I don't want to pick on Narc. Like, okay, dude,
sure,
go play another game. Go enjoy your content creator career.
Yeah.
Go play Dark Souls. Do you? This is your life, brother. You go do you. But you lit a match and you threw it behind you and you said, fuck you, Steven, fuck you, Ashes, and fuck you, developers. And that's fucked up.
Benim fikrimi soracak olursanız Narc'a iletişim konusu dışında katılmıyorum. Özellikle Narc'ın çölün en ucuna gidip sanki bölgeyi sadece buradan ibaretmiş gibi göstermesi kesinlikle hiç hoş değil. İletişim konusunda ise Steven gerçekten toplulukla çok iç içe. Şimdi günümüzde bu büyüklükteki oyunların yapımcılarının hiçbiri kolay kolay gidip işte Reddit'ten, Discord'dan vesaire insanlarla iletişime geçmez, konuşmaz. Ve hatta kendi kişisel kanalından yayın açıp insanların sorularına cevap vermez. Bunun için oyunların topluluk yöneticileri insanlarla iletişim kurar. Şimdi bu elbette hem güzel hem de kötü bir şey. Doğal olarak her topluluğun içinde hem pozitif hem de negatif insanlar var. Toplulukla bu kadar iç içe olduğun zaman negativite ile de başa çıkman gerekiyor ki bunu sürekli yapabilmek çok zor. Ki bu kadar büyüklükteki bir oyun için daha da zor. Ayrıca herkes bir alfa veya erken erişim oyuncusu da değil. Bu tarz süreçlerde bulunmayan oyuncular çok fazla beklentiyle bu oyunlara girebiliyorlar. Girdikleri zaman da bekledikleri oyunu göremedikleri için oyun hakkında negatif fikre sahip oluyorlar. Bu yüzden dolayı bu tarz geliştirme güncellemelerinde biraz daha açık ve net konuşmak, geliştirme süreçleri hakkında hiçbir fikri olmayan insanların daha net bir bakış açısına sahip olması için daha sağlıklı olacaktır. Peki ya siz ne düşünüyorsunuz? Yorumlarda fikirlerinizi bekliyorum. Daha fazla içerik için kanalıma abone olmayı, videoyu beğendiyseniz de lütfen beğenmeyi unutmayın. Bir sonraki videoda görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.